Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will show you how I built a pizza oven using new and recyclable materials. When it comes to dimensions, think about what you'll use the oven for. Keep in mind that a pizza cooks in just a few minutes, so even if you have guests and want to bake several pizzas, it wouldn't be an issue to bake them in multiple batches. As a binder, you can use refractory mortar made of chimney or clay, yellow earth, with sand. I used 1 part clay and 3 parts fine sand, mixed with water. If the clay is dry, soak it in water, and for a more homogeneous mortar mix, it's best to use a mixer attached to a drill. Building a pizza oven starts with a sturdy concrete base. Before building the oven, it's recommended to make a drawing and then take measurements directly on the concrete support, marking the feet. For the arch, I used 2 pieces of polystyrene to support the bricks. For its construction, I used old ceramic bricks for the foundation and base, the dome from refractory bricks from another oven, and the hearth from new refractory bricks. I made the sides and back from fired bricks left over from demolitions, and for the front, I used new ceramic bricks to give the base a more aesthetically pleasing appearance. Clay mortar doesn't lose its properties over time, meaning what's left today can be used the next day even if it hardens. Just add water if needed. Don't forget, like and subscribe. The concrete slab supporting the oven was 12 centimeters thick, reinforced with metal rods, of course, with a strong formwork underneath, and I let it harden for 2 days. After it hardened, I outlined the oven shape on the concrete. The hearth of the oven needs to have 2 important properties: to store and retain heat as effectively as possible. I started with a layer of ceramic fiber insulation, over which I placed a row of ceramic bricks. Inside, I added a double layer of ceramic fiber blanket, over which I applied special clay mortar, followed by a layer of sand to the level of the bricks. It's important that the hearth is perfectly level so you can cook other foods. That's why I finished the refractory bricks with an abrasive stone on the upper surfaces. From this point, the dome is built using only refractory bricks. At the edge, I placed a row of vertical bricks to shape the oven's entrance, and for constructing the actual dome, I used a board anchored in the center of the hearth as a support guide. Alternatively, you can use pieces of polystyrene to create a paraboloid that will form the interior shape of the dome. Think carefully before starting to build the oven. The larger the oven, the more materials and effort will be required to construct it. Additionally, as the size increases, so does the time needed to heat the oven, which can take up to 2 to 3 hours. The size of the access opening depends on the size of the door. I installed a door with an interior diameter of 40 centimeters. It's a viewing door equipped with a heat-resistant glass window for monitoring the fire and baking, and with a thermometer to track the temperature. I designed the chimney right outside the oven, and it has a draft control valve. To secure the bricks and form a thermal mass, I'll apply a 2 cm layer of clay mortar. The clay acts as the binder, while the sand is the aggregate that provides hardness and prevents cracking after drying. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the optimal ratio is 1 part clay to 3 parts sand. After this layer, I'll add the final insulation, a thermal blanket made of ceramic fiber that can withstand up to 1200 degrees Celsius. To attach this fiber to the oven, I used wire mesh and nails, over which I applied render mortar. Once completed, there is a 2-week curing period to allow the masonry elements and binder to harden to their proper technical specifications. After that, the fire will be lit moderately in 3 to 4 short intervals. After the curing process, baking can officially begin. Make sure the inside of the oven is clean, light the fire moderately, and after a few minutes, gradually add more wood until the oven is fully heated, which takes about 2 to 3 hours. Once the embers die down, push them to the side, and you can place the dishes inside to cook. Enjoy your meal. Thank you for watching. And do not forget, like and subscribe.